For this lesson, we are going to look at reflections and how we can reflect across the X and Y axis. And we'll also look at how we can reflect across a vertical line. So first, a reflection is kind of just like a mirror image of something. So if you look in the mirror, you're looking at your reflection. You're seeing everything kind of the opposite of what it is on you. And also when you look in the mirror, everything looks the same. So symmetrical means it matches on both sides. For example, we can look at an example of symmetry. If we have a triangle like this triangle has one line of symmetry. It'll be right down the middle. If I cut this triangle right down the middle here, this left half is a mirror image. It matches the right half. So it's, if I were to fold that triangle over that line, they would line up. So that's a line of symmetry. And some shapes have more than one line of symmetry. For example, I'll do my best to draw this. Let's say we had like this plus sign. 3D bubble, whatever you want to call it, plus sign. And pretend I got all nice straight lines. This would have two lines of symmetry. I could do like the triangle and fold it right down this line in the middle. Or if I fold it this direction right down the middle, it would also fold onto itself. So it has two lines of symmetry. And really, I even think that, now it's hard to tell because I didn't draw great, but if I were to fold it along either of these diagonal lines, it would still line up. So that one has lots of lines of symmetry. And some shapes only have one, and some shapes don't have any lines of symmetry. So let's see, so for line of symmetry, we can put line that divides the shape in equal parts. So when we are reflecting across the x-axis or the y-axis, that is your line of symmetry. If we're reflecting across the y-axis becomes your line of symmetry. If we're reflecting across the x-axis becomes your line of symmetry. And then when we're talking about transformations, we're going to be talking about an image and a pre-image. Let's start with the pre-image. The pre-image is your original figure. That's what you start with. It's like pre's, before you've done anything. And the image is after you, let's say, move your figure. We're going to say move because in this case we're going to reflect that figure. But in other lessons we might rotate that figure, we might translate that figure, we might do several things to it. So pre-image is the image you start with. The image is your result afterwards. And you'll see this notation. So we can say triangle ABC, that's my pre-image. And the image afterwards, we can keep the same letters because we're just moving those letters from one place to another. But we use these little symbols here, and that's called prime. So A prime, B prime, C prime. And that just shows that our original A is not in the exact same position as our new A because we're going to move it to a new position. And we'll see that as we start drawing these below. So for number 1, we're going to reflect over the X and Y axis. Let's just do one at a time. So when we do this, we're going to, let's do the X axis first. So we're going to reflect first over the X axis here. So over this one here. When we're doing it on a coordinate plane, we can just count our number of spaces. So point Z is 1, 2, 3 boxes above. So then that's the pre-image. So then our image, our new one, would then be 3 boxes down below. 1, 2, 3. So new point Z, we're going to call that Z prime, will be here. And we continue. So Y is also 3 above. So then Y prime would be 3 below. And then we count X. X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 above. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 below. And that's going to be our X prime. Now you don't have to draw all those lines I was counting. You can just count the boxes. And if I do that, then those lines won't get in my way. So I'm going to clear those lines out just so that when I draw my image now, which means my new figure, those lines don't get in my way. So we've got our new points plotted, and then we can connect them to draw our shape. And that shape should be exactly reflected over. So if I were to fold this picture across this x-axis, those two triangles should line up exactly. Okay, now we're going to repeat, but instead of reflecting over the x-axis, we're going to reflect over the y-axis, because for problem number 1 it said to reflect over both. So for problem number 1, now let's reflect over the y-axis. We're going to reflect over the y-axis here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to count how far to each side. So I'm not going to draw a line, I'm just going to count. So if I start from my y-axis, Z is 1, 2 spaces to the right. So I go 2 spaces to the left, and that's going to be my Z. Since we already did Z prime in the green triangle, we'll call this Z prime prime. Again, because this Z is in a different place than this Z and is in a different place than this Z. So we just want to show that these are all different. So we'll do it Z prime prime. So 2 little lines. And then I'll count Y. Y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go 5 in the opposite direction from the axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be here. You can draw those lines if you need to. I'm trying not to, so I just don't make too much of a mess on the graph. X is 1, 2, 3 to the right. So then we go 1, 2, 3 to the left. Oops, and I didn't label this. This should have been Y prime prime or double prime. And this would be X double prime. And then we can draw our lines. And there's our triangle reflected across the y-axis. Now let's look at number 2. This one we're just going to reflect over the x-axis. So just this x-axis here. And we count. C is 1 above, so then C prime needs to be 1 below. And notice I'm not changing, if not moving it left to right, I'm just flipping it one direction, so I'm just flipping it down. Or in number 1, that purple triangle, I just moved it left, I didn't move it up. So I'm only moving it in one direction, either left to right or up or down when we're reflecting. B is 1, 2, 3 spots above. So B prime needs to be 1, 2, 3 spots below. A is 2 spots above, so A prime needs to be 2 spots below. And then we can draw our triangle from those points we plotted. So then my original one was my pre-image. The new one is my image. And that is reflected across the x-axis. This one's going to be a little different. We're going to reflect this one over the line x equals 3. So we have to remember back to our previous lessons that this is one of those special cases. It means it's going to go through the x-axis only. So it's going to be a vertical line. And it's going to be a vertical line through where x is 3. So this would be x is 1, 2, 3. So this is where x equals 3 is going to be at. So this is the line x equals 3. So we're going to do the same thing we did we're just going to, instead of counting from the x or y axis, we're going to count from that line. So point E is 1 to the left, so E prime needs to be 1 to the right of that line. F is 1, 2, 3 to the left, so F prime is maybe 1, 2, 3 to the right. Let's count G. G is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left, so we go 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's our G prime. And then we can connect our dots to draw our triangle. And now we've reflected that shape across x equals 3. And again, so that x equals 3, that's our line of symmetry. And you can imagine folding that picture over on that line, and those triangles should line up. Okay, before we look at number 4, we're actually going to go back up to number 1, because in number 1 we did the x and y axis, so we can get a better idea. And let's look at some of the ordered pairs for these points. So let's start with our pre-image, which was this blue triangle, x, y, z. And I'm just going to write the ordered pairs for each of these points. So y is, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to just number these to make this easier to see when we do this. It's be -1, -2, -3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so then if I look at the point for y, y is at x is 5, y is 3, x is at x is 3, y is 6, and point z is at x is 2, y is 3. Okay. And then let's go to our green triangle. I'm going to do the same thing in our green triangle. So our image, and this is the point 5, -3. X is at the point 3, -6. Z is at the point 2, -3. So let's just look at these for example. Z was 2, 3, now it's 2, -3. X was 3, 6, now it's 3, -6. Y was 5, 3, now it's 5, -3. So if we pay attention to what's happening, the x value stayed the same. X is 2, x is 2, x is 3, x is 3, x is 5, x is 5. What's changing is the y value. So when and that's reflecting over the x. So reflect over x-axis. Our x stays the same, and our y just flipped. So it was positive, it changed to negative. And if we look quick, we can kind of take a guess at what's going to happen when we go across the y-axis. We're staying the same height. So let's just look at just z, for example, so we can see what's happening here. Z is now at the ordered pair -2, 3. So z was at +2, 3. Now it's at -2, 3. So this time the y stayed the same and the x changed. So when we reflect over the y-axis, it was the y that stays the same and the x flipped. And when we might use that is for this number 4 here. ABC has the vertices here. Determine the vertices of the image after the pre-image is reflected across the y-axis. So we're reflecting across the y-axis, so that's going to look like this here, where we're going to keep the y the same and the x flips. So A prime, it says x flips. So x goes from 7 to -7, y stays the same. B prime, again, y stays the same, x flips. So x flips becomes -5, y stays the same. And for C prime, X flips, Y stays the same. It doesn't ask me to do this, but if we needed to instead flip this across the other axis, we would just follow the other rules. If we would flip across the X axis, the X would stay and the Y would flip. So the matching letter X, X stays, Y axis, Y stays, and you flip the other letter. And if you don't remember that, then we can just picture a grid or use a grid and see what would happen to our values.